Oh, so today we've come to the beautiful town of Castleton. We are climbing Mam Tor, which is 550 metres above sea level. We're not far from the top, but yeah, and it looks to be clear. It's cloudy, but this is today's adventure. It's very windy up on the tour, but every time you turn a corner you get a different view. Look how beautiful that is. I hope you can hear me. Oh, I'm so unfit. There's the tour at the top. There was a point there where I didn't think I was going to make it. This is the summit. You see the view from the other side now. I'll give you a 360 degree. Go by the stone. So out of the wind now, we're back down at the bottom and we're going to go to a little cafe just here, which is looks very quaint. To have a coffee. was where we were. A few people coming down. Look at this place. So this is the halfway point actually, because we're high up from Castleton, but there's the tor that we was at the top of earlier. Yeah, we're now going to take the car. This is where we parked up, so we parked up halfway up. This is the that we had to walk. Oh gosh, I can't believe I did it really, but it was worth it when I got up there. I'm doing most of the talking now because there's no wind really. And now we're going to go back to the car and we're going to drive down into the village of Castleton and have a little bit of lunch and have an explore around there. I just picked up from the cavern a piece of Blue John, which I've always wanted to get. It's becoming more and more rare due to them not mining it anymore, quite rightly. So I think it's just pieces that they can obtain ethically. So it is more and more rare, but I wanted to pick up a piece because it's likely to disappear. And I also picked up some amazing pieces of ammonite, which I'll show you at the end of the video like I always do. So yeah, we're off to Castleton next. So on our way to lunch, we're going to swing by the Devil's Arse. How beautiful that is. Look at this beautiful little village. So beautiful. Beautiful little, oh wow, look at that shop. Silver and stone.
Oh, look, it says it's the old rope maker's shop. Oh, one of them is. There's a curve in it.
Trying to paddle upstream, lot. How beautiful is this village? It's like time has stood still. This is a beautiful, beautiful place, but there are so many little crystal shops. You have to, if you come here, you have to be prepared to bring some pennies, to say the least.
Sit down while I look.
So it comes this beautiful pub to have lunch. That was a beautiful meal. If you ever come to Castleton, Bull's Head, beautiful food. I didn't film in there because I felt quite self-conscious, but set in between these little streets. Oh, we're going up here. Oh, it's a graveyard. Just tucked away off the main road.
That one was 1793.
That's Peveril Castle, overlooking the graveyard. An apothecary shop. So many amazing shops and crystal shops as well. Gorgeous. This is the marketplace. That looks like an interesting shop.
Let the feast begin!
Can you imagine living here? These are huge.
I'm happy to follow suit anywhere anybody decides to.
So we've just pulled in on the way back to a little village called Haversige. It's getting a bit overcast, so we're going to have a cup of tea over here, and then we're going to go and try and find Little John's grave. Some gorgeous little cottages along here. I could happily live in. Little witchy cottage. Oh, a little tea room, look. Sintras.
You're sending that to Crystal?
Green tea time.
She likes seeing people's food pictures.
Oh, right.
This is beetroot jelly. It's a cheese. Oh, it's warm.
Is it a raspberry one, that?
Proper little teacups, look.
I don't know.
Love this picture on Mam Tor in the cafe. So we've come to the grave of Little John. It's this tiny little church here. It's very high up. We've decided to drive up. Beautiful church. It's high on the hill. High on the hill is a lovely goat. And we're just going into this little graveyard here. There's the vicarage. I love these old tombstones. It's starting to get a little bit dark. We're going into the early evening now. Look at those views. This is a lovely final resting place though, isn't it? This is the original headstone, which is in the entrance to the chapel. they're doing organ practice at the moment. Help me ducks, I'm back home. Wow, what a day. Loved it. Beautiful, beautiful part of the Peak District. I've lived on the edge of the Peak District basically all of my life. And I had been to Castleton before, I think as a teenager, but I'd forgotten just how beautiful it is in that area. I've never been up Mam Tor before, but even the village of Castleton was lovely. But just to wrap up this video, if I purchase a few bits, I like to show you them. I didn't, you know, it was 2 shops and the crystal base. But Castleton is famous for Blue John. Now, Blue John is a stone, and it's peculiar to this particular area. And as you know, precious stones, gemstones, crystals come from all over the world, and Blue John is one that is just available from the mines of Castleton. And I think I mentioned on the video they are becoming quite rare. I've always wanted a piece of Blue John and I've never been able to afford one. It isn't a it's a bit like Whitby jet, even though that's not a stone, that's wood, petrified wood. Blue John is expensive, particularly if you have it in jewellery, but you can get some raw pieces. So in the Blue John Cavern shop, I picked up just a couple of bits. I picked up a fridge magnet because, yeah, my fridge is adorned with various fridge magnets from my travels. I always pick up a bit of literature, a leaflet or something like that, because I've got a memory box, and every time I go on a trip I pick up something, whether it's a leaflet or a postcard, and just drop it in the memory box of all the adventures. But I quite like this fridge magnet. It's like got different postcards or pictures on top of each other, but this is about the Blue John Cavern. So I picked that up, and then this is the little piece of Blue John, but it really is quite beautiful. She left a bit of the price sticker on. Let me just take that off. She did her best to get it off, but and hopefully bring the light down a bit. I mean, it's called Blue John, but it almost looks like a purpley blue, but it is blue. And if you catch the light right, you kind of see it's got dark blue around with little bits of purple, but it's really, really pretty. It's a rough piece. It's polished on one side, rough on the other, but really, really like it. And I've got a little piece of Whitby jet here. So I thought they could both go on my little mini altar here, where I have my goddess, my Win Abbott goddess, so they can go together there. So I picked that up. It wasn't too, I think it was about £35, something like that. It wasn't too bad. There were bigger pieces, but actually I was quite drawn to this piece. It had a lovely feel to it. And then I also bought from the same shop, now they came as a pair, some ammonites. And I'm not really into ammonites, but these two in particular were beautiful because you can see some crystallization within them. Look at this. I hope it's showing up. In each of these little crystals. And I thought they are so beautiful. I thought these could be on my desk. Oops, not the camera. And there were quite a few that came as sets, but these two in particular were the best in the cabinet. And I thought, oh, they're beautiful. And I've often wanted to get some, but I wanted them to be nice. And I mean, even look at the flashes. Hopefully that's coming out in the underneath. Really gorgeous. Here, look at these flashes of pinks and reds, and so that's the underneath, and then these polished pieces here with the speckles, just gorgeous. So I got myself those as a bit of a treat. But the main thing I got, now this is a quartz crystal that I have wanted for such a long time. I don't see it very often at all. It's cherry quartz, and we went into this shop that had a few in the window, and there was a sphere, and it was beautiful, but my friend beat me to it. She went in and got it, and another friend said, oh, Simon wanted that, and she was like, oh, do you? And I was like, no, it's fine, you have it, because I also saw this piece and I really liked it. And there was another sphere in there, but it was denser in colour, so it looked more like a calcite than quartz. But this one, I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it. And hopefully the little blue tap piece has stayed on the tip. Yeah, oh gosh, look at this. So this is cherry quartz, just stunning. So the sphere that was left in there was kind of this sort of density all around, where the one my friend brought was probably around this kind of density, which was the one I had my eye on. But when I saw this, I thought, this is so gorgeous. It's quite a large piece, as you can see, but I'm not quite sure yet where I'm going to put it. But oh, beautiful. So yeah, I first saw cherry quartz probably about 10 years ago, and I've always had my eye out for a piece, but I got it. I got a piece, and it wasn't that expensive, really, to be honest. I was quite surprised. I was like, okay, it's not a bad price, particularly for the size of it. So that will stand up. So that's the bits I bought. Just a piece of Blue John, which I kind of said to myself, I'm going to Castleton. I've not been since I was a teenager. It's got to be about 30, gosh, maybe 40 years. Oh my gosh, I went with my parents. And if you saw the bit where we went up to the Devil's Arsehole, it wasn't called the Devil's Arsehole back in the 80s. It was just called the Castleton Cave. There's a very funny family story that I might share another time. No, my mum, God rest her soul, would never forgive me if I shared that publicly. But yeah, so it made me smile. It brought back some memories from being a kid. But I forgot even where I'm going with this. But anyway, it was great to go back and explore. It felt like I'd never been there. And it was a lovely day out, and I hope you enjoyed watching as well. All right, thanks everyone, and until next time, go in peace. Namaste, and blessed be.